Now let's learn to read the patterns. First of all, the middle part of this pattern is the pre-started round, which is the first round. It is composed of 6 single crochet. SC is the abbreviation of single crochet. The 6 increased stitches just now are completed on this. Next, look at round 2. Rand 02, 6 ink, 12. First, look at the yellow part. This part is the first stitch we just learned. Make 2 single crochets in a hole. This stitch is called an increase stitch. Ink is the abbreviation of increase stitch. We have completed a total of 6 increase stitches. This is the first increase stitch, the second increase stitch, the third increase stitch, the fourth increase stitch, the fifth increasal stitch, and the 6th increase stitch. That's it. Completed round 2, 12 stitches total. Next, look at the third round. Arend, 03.12 ink, 24. Also hook increase stitch in each round, a total of 12 extra stitches in this round. Begin crocheting round 3, crocheting increase stitch in each hole. Like the second round, first turn the stitch marker to the left and insert the hook under the V into the same hole as the marker. Place the hook in front of the yarn and loop the hook from bottom to top. When pulling the yarn out of the hole, pull the hook parallel to the body. Then pull the hook up so that it is the same size as the first loop. At this time, there are 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over again. Then gently pull the yarn over the top of the hook, passing it through the 2 loops on the hook. Now there's only 1 loop left on the hook. Remove the marker and place it under the first V-stitch just completed, ensuring it always stays under the top loop of the first stitch of the current round. Now, 1 single crochet is completed. Continue by inserting the hook into the same stitch. Yarn over, pull the yarn through, yarn over again, and pull through both loops on the hook, resulting in 1 loop on the hook. This completes 1 increase stitch. Follow this step to continue the remaining increase stitches. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, eight, 9, 10, 11, 12. As the round progresses, the number of stitches will increase, so it's important to count the stitches after each round to ensure accuracy. In this round, there are 12 increased stitches, with 2 single crochets worked into each stitch, totaling 24 V-stitches in this round. Start counting from the stitch marker 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Two SCC single crochet is not equal to ink increase. After taking it apart, it is SC, SC, ink. 1 single crochet in the first hole, 1 single crochet in the second hole, 2 single crochets in the third hole. Repeat this sequence 8 more times. The total number of stitches in this round is 32 stitches. Take out the crocheted section. Insert the hook into the loop and remove the marker. Insert the hook into the stitch below the V-stitch, wrap the yarn around the hook, and gently pull it downwards through the stitch. Remember to pull the hook upwards to make the second loop the same size as the first one. Now there are 2 loops on the hook. Wrap the yarn around the hook. Pull it downwards through both loops on the hook, leaving 1 loop on the hook. Then place the marker under the first V-stitch just made. This completes 1 single crochet. Continue with the second single crochet. Insert the hook into the next stitch. Wrap the yarn around the hook and gently pull it downwards through the stitch. Again, remember to pull the hook upwards to make the second loop the same size as the first one. Now there are 2 loops on the hook. Wrap the yarn around the hook, pull it downwards through both loops on the hook, leaving 1 loop on the hook. The second single crochet stitch is completed. Next, crochet an increased stitch in the same stitch, meaning crochet 2 single crochet into 1 stitch. Insert the hook into the next stitch, wrap the yarn around the hook, and gently pull it downwards through the stitch. Pull the hook upwards to make the second loop the same size as the first one. Then, wrap the yarn around the hook, pull it downwards through both loops on the hook, and place 1 single crochet into the same stitch. Now there are 2 loops on the hook. Wrap the yarn around the hook, pull it downwards through both loops on the hook, leaving 1 loop on the hook. At this point, we have completed increased stitches and completed the first group of steps. We still need to hook 7 more sets. The order is the same as before. Now, let's crochet in the second group. One single crochet, two single crochet, one increased stitch, completed the second group. Continue with the third, Fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth groups. In this round, there are 32 stitches. Count them to ensure accuracy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Stretch the loop. In our crochet process, it often happens that the back side is outside. We can see that the back side has a horizontal bar and an inverted V. Just turn it over to the front side like this. The front side is flat, and you can clearly see a V. In the fifth round, crochet single crochet in each stitch, totaling 32 stitches for this round. Notice that crochet single crochets in the back loops only below of each stitch in this round. The back loop refers to the loop farthest away from the body. Remove the stitch marker. Insert the hook into the back loop, ensuring that there are 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over and draw up a loop through the stitch, keeping the hook slightly downward. Yarn over again and pull through both loops on the hook, making the loops equal in size. Yarn over, insert the hook into the back loop. Yarn over and draw up a loop. Now there should be one loop on the hook. Remove the stitch marker and place it on the completed stitch. Continue to single crochet in the next back loop, counting 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. In the sixth round, crochet single crochet in each stitch, totaling 32 stitches for this round. Crochet single crochets in each stitch as usual. Remove the stitch marker. Insert the hook into the hole under the V shape, yarn over and draw up a loop through the stitch. Yarn over again and pull through both loops on the hook. Replace the stitch marker on the first V shape completed. Continue to single crochet in the remaining stitches following these steps. Rounds 7 to 12 are the same as round 6, with a single crochet in each hole. The total number of stitches in each round is 32. Pull the loop to match the length of the crochet hook. Then cut it in the middle. Pull the yarn out from the center. remove the stitch marker. Take out a sewing needle and thread the yarn through it. Count 1, 2, and then insert the needle under the second V. Pull the needle out. Straighten out the yarn just sewn. Next, use the needle to pass through the middle of the last stitch's V, which is where the tail of the first yarn is. Insert the needle while passing through the yarn underneath it, then pull it out. Straighten out the yarn just sewn. Once done, we'll have a new V, completing the circle. To hide this segment of yarn, pass the needle through the V on the backside. Pass through several stitches, and then pull it out. Cut off the excess yarn and it's done. Place the just closed side to the back and install the eyes on this side. Counting from top to bottom, locate the third and fourth rounds, and install the eyes in the middle of these rounds. Insert the first eye into any stitch of the third or fourth round. Counting from the outer right side of the installed eye, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches, and insert the second eye into the 6th stitch. Flip the flower pot to the reverse side, take out the washers, and fasten them with the smaller side first. Then press them with both hands. Repeat the same for the other eye. Let's learn a simple magic loop technique. Hold the end of the yarn with your right hand, make sure to leave a bit of a long tail. Then, with your left hand, create a loop around your index finger from top to bottom to form a circle. Once the loop is complete, the tail should be behind your finger. Take the loop off your finger, making sure the tail is at the back of the loop. Now, from the side where the tail is, pull a strand of yarn to create a loop within the loop. Next, insert your crochet hook into the loop, making sure the tail is facing towards your body. This step is crucial. If the positioning is off, it could affect the result later. Then, pull the tail to adjust the size of the loop. Moving on, you'll need to crochet 2 chain stitches. Again, make sure the tail is facing towards your body. Wrap the yarn around the hook and pull the yarn through the loop on the hook. At this point, there's 1 loop on the hook. Continue by wrapping the yarn around the hook and pulling it through the loop. Now, there are 2 loops on the hook. This completes 2 chain stitches. Now, starting from the side of the first V shape, insert your hook into the middle of the V. Work 6 single crochet stitches into the same hole. Thread the hook into the middle of the V, wrap the yarn around the hook and pull it through the hole. Then, wrap the yarn around the hook again and pull it through the 2 loops on the hook. Place a stitch marker in the first V you just completed. Continue working within the same hole and crochet 3 single crochet stitches. As you crochet, the hole might get stretched. That's normal. During the process of working single crochet stitches, you can adjust the size. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure you have 6 V shapes. After completing the stitches, hold the strand of yarn on the tail side and pull to adjust the size of the hole. Now you've completed a simple magic loop. Pull the loop to match the length of the crochet hook, then cut it from underneath. Here we are closing the circle again. Thread the yarn through the needle, passing through the first V and then pulling it out. Then pass through the middle of the last V and underneath the yarn, and tighten the yarn to join the first and last V's together. Push all the V's downward to create a protruding beak shape in the middle. Thread the shorter yarn on the beak into the needle. Counting from the top of the plushie, locate rounds 4 and 5, and stitch them together using the needle, focusing on these 4 stitches. Insert the needle into the middle hole, counting 1, 2, 3 from each eye towards the needle, with 3 stitches in between on both sides. Pull the needle out from the back, then pull out the needle as well. Thread the longer yarn into the needle, adjust its position, and start stitching on these 4 stitches. One, insert the needle into the V of the plushie, then pull it out. 2. Pass the needle through the V on the beak from above, then tighten. 3. Pass through the next V on the plushie. 4. Again, pass the needle through the next V on the beak from above, then tighten. 5. Pass through the next hole in the plushie, then pull out. Stitching can be done through the V's or into the holes. 6. Pass through the next V on the beak, then pull out. 'Repeat these steps until the last round. After passing through the last V on the beak, insert the needle into the same hole as the yarn and after stitching, shape it by pinching it. Flip it to the reverse side. Tie and secure the two yarn ends with knots. Then cut off the excess yarn. Use the tail end of the needle to tuck in the remaining yarn ends to finish. Take a piece of pink yarn, the same length as 2 crochet hooks, and thread it through the needle. Take out the plushie and count down 1-2 stitches from the outside of the eye. Stitch into the 2 holes under the second stitch. Bring the needle out from the inside and pass it through to the back from the left hole. Here, we need to secure the yarn, so flip the plushie to the reverse side. Pass through half of the V shape and come out under the eye. Flip it back to the front and pass the needle through the second hole under the eye from the back. Then pass it through to the back from the left hole. Flip it to the reverse side again. Pass the needle through the yarn on the outside of the eye several times. Then cut the yarn. Repeat the same process on the other side. Flip the plushie to the front again, and it's done.